Hey there guys, it's Yakan here, back with another review video for 2022. And for this video, yeah, you may have seen from the title, yeah, it's featuring this guy, the Huawei P50 Pro. Okay, yeah, before we are going to start talking about the device, yeah, if you're still new to our YouTube channel and also social media, please go ahead and subscribe and follow us. Okay, this will allow us to get more products and also do more additional contents for you guys to watch and enjoy. All right, so hopefully that's out of the bag. Now let's talk a little bit about the device. Okay, all right, so in short, I would definitely say this device is really one of the best mobile photography you can get right now. But you have to live with the way of Huawei. Alright, so let's dive down deeper about this device. So let's kick things first with the design of this Huawei P50 Pro. Okay, so the first thing you can notice is the display. It's a 6.6 inches. We will talk more about the display later on. Okay, from here we are going to just talk about the phone design, what I like and what I don't like. Okay, so we are going to turn off the screen first. Okay, so the back of the device is actually made out of glass as well, so it's very glossy and metallic. So one thing I don't like about the glass back here is the fingerprint smudges. It's very quick to build up the smudges. Okay, so if you don't like to have fingerprint smudges, you better use a case on this device. So this is one of the downside of the design of this Huawei P50 Pro. So on the front you have a glass as well. Alright, and the display out of the box, there's a screen protector applied onto it, so you don't have to get another screen protector as well. And for the top of the phone, you have a mic hole here, antenna line, speaker grill, IR, again another antenna line, and the mic hole. And as for the right side of the device, okay, you have antenna lines, volume rocker, and the power button. Okay, and bottom, so you can see SIM card slot here, antenna lines, mic hole, USB Type C port here, mic lines, speaker grill. So there's a dual stereo speaker setup here. And as for the left side, basically there's nothing much apart from the antenna lines. Overall, the device really feels premium thanks to the glass back and also the lightness of this device. This thing is just only weighed at 195 gram. It's really nice to hold. So again, only one downside, fingerprint smudges on the back. Okay, it's very quick build up smudges. And one more thing, this device is IP68 rated as well, so you definitely can take this device for a little bit extreme conditions. Now let's move on to the strong point of this device, to be honest, the cameras. All right, there's a quad camera setup here for the Huawei P50 Pro. So the main camera has a 50 megapixel main shooter, a 64 megapixel periscope telephoto lens, and for the ultra wide is a 13 megapixel, and then the final lens is just a 40 megapixel monochrome sensor. The 50 megapixel main camera on the Huawei P50 Pro definitely nails the shot every time, whether in bright light conditions or low light conditions as well. You will never ever going to get let down from the main camera, partially largely thanks to the HDR technology. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, and the main camera, when you are capturing low light conditions, you don't even really need to change to night mode as well. It still captures really bright shots in low light conditions, which I'm really amazed with its capability. So moving on to the ultra wide camera. Okay, The ultra wide camera also performs quite well. Alright, colors shift is not that bad. You quite nearly similar to the main camera. As for the 64 megapixel telephoto camera, it will kick in when you are going for 3.5 times zoom. Okay, and it has OIS, and it can go all the way to 100 times digital zoom, which is amazing. And the photos are quite nice, to be honest, but as you keep zooming in to the subject, all right, the photos do start to look a little bit soft. For those who love to shoot in black and white photos, yeah, the 40 megapixel monochrome sensor is really stunning. So whenever you are going up close to a small object or maybe food or anything, yeah, it will automatically go to super macro mode. Now over to the videography on the rear cameras. Alright, this camera setup is capable to shoot up to 4K 60 frames per second, but for this review video we are only shooting everything in 4K 30 frames per second. The main camera definitely shoots the best 4K videos you can get right now. And as for the ultra wide, yeah, if you are at somehow a narrow spot, or maybe you want to capture a really huge wide area space, yeah, you got to use the ultra wide, which looks really good. And for the telephoto camera, yeah, it kicks in at 4 times zoom, right, which I find it a little bit weird, but nonetheless, if you are using at 4K 30 frames per second, you can zoom up to 15 times. Yes, 15 times. And if you are using 60 frames per second, you can only zoom up to 10 times. Alright, so let's head over to the selfie camera first. So the Huawei P50 Pro actually has a 13 megapixel selfie shooter here. It actually features 3 type of view of field to capture the shot. Okay, so let's go to the first. It has wide, and then it has 0.8 times, and then you can go to 1 times. So it actually covers like 3 aspects of view of field for you to capture your selfie. So if you are capturing a lot of group feeds, or you want to capture yourself, yeah, it's really versatile with the multiple view of field angles on this selfie shooter. And the photo qualities are really nice. And as for the video, yeah, it can actually capture up to 4K 60 frames per second. Let me just show you guys. So you can capture it. Selfie videos are actually quite good, to be honest. Okay, now we are heading over to the performance of this device. So we are going to talk a little bit about the specification here. So the Huawei P50 Pro is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset, but is limited to the 4G capabilities. There's no 5G here, so if you need a little bit future proofing, yeah, it's a little bit difficult. And the review unit here is only 8 GB of RAM, and internal storage is 256 GB. Yeah, so I think overall the performance here is going to be exceptionally good and fast, but again, the 888 chipset, it will feel a little bit warm, but it's not really that hot. Okay, now we are heading to the display and audio department for the Huawei P50 Pro. So this device actually features a 6.6 inches OLED screen, okay, that can pump out 1 billion colors and supports up to 120 Hz fast refresh rate. That is amazing. And its max resolution is at 1228 by 2700 pixels. Amazing. So there are a lot of features for you to control the display. So you can see smart you can go to screen resolution. You can choose smart resolution, high, low, and then you can choose the screen refresh rate as well. So you can choose a dynamic, high, or standard. As for the sound here, dual stereo speakers, amazing here. So you have a sound booster as well.
And the running bulldog out of the corner, using the right arm again. Work around. CM Punk, he's going to try to end it here.
Okay, so now we are going to touch on the software and the UI for the Huawei P50 Pro, and here is where the line I said you need to live with the way of Huawei here. Okay, so out of the box, this device is actually running EMUI 12.0. So if you're using it for Malaysia region, yeah, I would definitely say you can actually live with it. All right, no doubt about that. Although there is a little bit hassle for you to get some of the apps working on this Huawei P50 Pro, but if you are willing to do extra work, yeah, it is capable to run on this device. But nonetheless, yes, you can actually install Facebook, Instagram on here. Okay, no doubt about that. You can use it, and I don't really run into a lot of issues. Maybe there are some loadings might be a little bit slow on this device. Okay, but yeah, it still runs okay. So the UI is actually really nice. I quite like it. All right, but look at this review unit. Okay, there's so many bloatwares. Can you look at that? Too many bloatwares, to be honest. All right, so now last but not least, we are going to head over to the battery department. Okay, so for the Huawei P50 Pro here, is actually using a 4360 milliamp battery here, and it supports fast charging 66 watt, and for wireless charging it supports up to 50 watt fast charging, which is really crazy. And for battery life here, I would generally say if you are using like the fast refresh rate, you will see most likely at 6 to 7 hours screen on time. But end day, battery life is really subjective, because it really depends on your usage as well. So if you are always playing games or shooting a lot of 4K videos, mobile photography, yeah, it might be a little bit quicker battery consumption. Alright guys, so time to wrap things up with my final verdict on this Huawei P50 Pro here. So like the beginning of the video, I told you guys, this device is really one of the best mobile photography you can get right now, but at the expense of you need to live the way of Huawei. If you are looking for a smartphone that can capture a lot of amazing photos and videos, you are looking one right now, which is priced at RM 4,199 ringgit Malaysia. So thanks for watching for this review. Okay, and special shout out thanks to Huawei Malaysia for providing this review unit. Okay, I have been using this device for like more than a week, and yeah, again, this is not a paid content. Huawei doesn't have any creative input or final approval is needed for this review video. Whatever I'm commenting is really just based on more than a week of usage, so future software updates might give a little bit different experience. I'm not sure how is it, but this is something you should know. So once again, special thanks to Huawei Malaysia, and really enjoy taking a lot of photos and videos with this device. Alright guys, that's it. I'm gonna end this video. And thanks for watching. And once again, if you're still new to the YouTube channel or our social media, please go ahead, subscribe, follow us, and I'll see you guys on the next one.